forget to hit the record button. Now we're recording. Uh, Today we're recording it. So just in case we are too hot for YouTube again, this will still be coming up later somewhere and we will let you know. In the meantime, you've met me. Meet everyone else. Maybe for the first time, maybe for the second time or the third time, but we're still glad to have you here. Up in the upper left-hand corner square, all the way from the fabulous DC area, it's CreateLadyJ of Wreck the System. Hello, Lady J.
What's up?
What?
Hey, everybody.
I love your studio setup so much.
Oh, I know, right? So much money was put into this.
Oh my goodness, it's gorgeous. Do you have a name for your studio space?
Yes, actually, it's WTS Recordings. So, Wreck the System Recordings.
I love that.
Yeah.
Do you record other artists in the DC area?
Yes, actually, that is my full time job, partnered with being a full time musician. I'm an engineer in the studio and I help a lot of local artists, with knowledge as well as recording and other things. So, yep, it's great.
That's rad. If you are in the greater DC area and you need to be recorded, WTS,
Yup.
go to the studio because it looks dope. It really does.
It looks dope. And I've been engineering for 16 years. So, I mean, I'm pretty dope.
You're going to look good. You're going to sound good. It's going to be amazing. I'm not sure that I'm cool enough to say dope, but I just did. So
IW cool enough.
So that's where we are today. Down in the bottom left-hand corner, not from DC, but rather from Connecticut. I was going to say sunny Connecticut, but I don't know if that's true. It's Ashley Hamel. Hi. Is it sunny?
Yes, today it is.
All right. Well,
It is.
good.
It's many things.
I'm glad. You're in New Haven, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
What else is New Haven famous for other than you?
It's famous for pizza. There's a long Italian American community here, or long-lived. I don't know. They've been here for a while, and Worcester Streets, where they have 3 very excellent, famous pizzerias that are always being talked about on Food Network and whatever. And this is my roommate's cat, Alice.
Hi, Alice. And I love
Oh, Alice.
I love your self-made smoke machine.
Oh,
that
yes.
You've set
Or
up.
long-lived. I don't know. They've been here for a while.
It looks
Yeah, it's some incense. And I think one time at MistyCon, I put incense on the front part of the stage, and it was such a fire hazard. We got in trouble for that. And I knew it would be, and I just didn't care. Oops.
such a fire hazard. Well, good news. On AnthSOLogy, if you burn your room down, you don't burn the entire show down.
Yeah.
And no
Take
one
it
at home
from the
can
table.
smell you. So there's no allergy risk. That's pretty great. See the benefits of live streaming concerts.
Yeah.
The third benefit, 8th benefit, 19th benefit, I don't know, of live streaming concerts is that you can bring together people from all over the country. So we have Lady J up in DC, Ashley in Connecticut, and David Tyberg from Atlanta, Georgia.
Hello.
Hi. I met you because of Dragon Con, and I was
That's right.
sad to learn this week that Dragon Con is not happening in person this year, but I mean, it's a very responsible decision. Are you doing any virtual stuff with Dragon Con?
Not yet, as I know of. I haven't been approached or tapped for that. I guess I should look into it now that DragonCon has decided to go completely online, which honestly a lot of us are really, really relieved about. It is absolutely the responsible thing to do. It gives us another year to really regroup, think about what we want to do, and come out the gate swinging harder next year.
Yeah. No, I agree. That's a really positive way to look at it. I know that a lot of people are disappointed, but this is to keep each other safe. And I'm sure that we're going to see you doing virtual content for Dragon Con, and I hope that we will too.
That'd be awesome.
Yes, we're already in talks of what AnthSOLogy can bring to Dragon Con this year. So,
Oh, cool.
yeah, keep your ears peeled. Is that a phrase? I don't know.
Yes, it is.
Hey,
Good.
it's a phrase if you make it up. That's the whole point.
Oh, wonderful. I hope that it catches on like fetch. Anyway, usually we let the audience choose who our first performer is going to be. That's part of the joy of AnthSOLOgy, or we roll a die, or we pick random numbers. Today, because it's the third time that this has been on YouTube, I feel like we need to play it safe, and so I'm just going to choose. Sometimes I get the power to do that. Who's going to start? And I want to hear from David first.
Hey.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So we're just going to jump right on into this and take it away when you are ready.
All right. So hey everybody, my name is David Tyberg. I am a self-styled, I guess as of 2 weeks ago, I am a self-styled Banjo-deviant according to Dr. Jess. So I'm just taking that moniker and running with it. I am a member of a steampunk rock and roll band called the Extraordinary Contraptions, and more recently, in the last couple of years, I have been doing a lot more solo work, singing and playing this beast. And I focus a lot on kind of geek experience and geek issues. I just talk about how I write music from the geek rock lens, essentially. So not all of my songs are about geeky stuff necessarily, but I have that kind of spin on it because that's where I come from. I do a lot of work and I write a lot about my experiences with neurodivergence and managing my mental health. And that's what this song is about. It's called Anxiety. I should probably unmute the banjo. I did it out of respect so that I wouldn't play over other people. That would help. Hi, all right. You're the first thing I think of each morning, the last before I sleep. My paranoia's hardwired in a generation deep. I spend my days in constant turmoil, trying to keep control. But like drowning in a tar pit, the more I struggle, the more you hold. You waste my precious time and sap my flagging energy. So ashamed of you, I have to run and hide. Anxiety, unwanted life companion, feeding me a steady stream of lies, trying to wreck my life. Brain monkeys ensconced upon my back. I'll burn you from my temporal lobes if it's the last thing I do. You're the giant knot inside my stomach, the flutter in my chest, the sinking roller coaster feeling, the shortness of my breath, the rushing thoughts and mad distractions that keep me up at night. You make me mess up way too much and lose my appetite. But I still hunger for the day when I will struggle free. You are not me, you're mine, I disown you. Anxiety, unwanted life companion, feeding me a steady stream of lies, trying to wreck my life. Brain monkeys ensconced upon my back. I'll burn you from my temporal lobes if it's the last thing I do. You make good situations bad and you make the hard times worse. You poison me with whispered lies that I have no self-worth. You muster me and make me prone to rushed careless mistakes. You ruin opportunities with your fight or flight charade. But I won't live in terror like you made my mother do. And my father's rage has no place in my heart. Anxiety, unwanted life companion, feeding me a steady stream of lies, trying to wreck my life. Brain monkeys ensconced upon my back. I'll burn you from my temporal they've done wrong. They see my pain and try to blame themselves. My comfort should not depend on people dancing to your tune. I have so much to be happy about, so much success to count, if you'll only let me be. You cast my friends as enemies, claim my lovers all betray, overwhelm them with intensity and scare them all away. You never let me trust a soul, and you won't let me relax. If anyone's happier than me, you want me to attack. You tell me people love me just to someday knock me down. But I know you're wrong, and I've got living proof. Yeah, anxiety, unwanted life companion, feeding me a steady stream of lies, trying to wreck my life. Brain monkeys ensconced upon my back. I'll burn you from my temporal lobes if it's the last thing I do. I'll burn you from my temporal lobes if it's the last thing I do. I'll burn you from my temporal lobes if it's the last thing I do.
Yes! That song is so
Yes.
good.
Aw, thanks.
Twice, nice.
So guess what?
Yeah.
We're too hot for YouTube again. Yeah, YouTube shut us down. That's okay. I'm recording all of this and we'll post a full episode after it's done. I have let the internets know that that's just what's happening. It didn't do this to you last time. I have no idea.
Weird.
And when we tested it last night, it worked fine. So
It was before he even started playing, you know?
Wait, really?
Like, maybe you played for, like,
Shoot.
I don't know. Like, you didn't even almost start singing, or you had, like, just started singing.
Oh, that's so
You know?
weird.
But that's why we have safety backups in place this time, and we're recording this. So
Yay.
we got all of it, and it was great. And thank you
Aw.
so much. And we're going to, still get lots of performance, and it's frustrating, but I mean, we're doing the very best that we can.
Yeah.
Internet, live streaming collaborations. It's never happened before. It's just the three of you, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know if it could be me, I guess, because I've also got stuff distributed. I think it's distributed on YouTube, among other places.
But you played.
Yeah.
You played it
I
last
should- we should
time
play
and it
some,
was
like-
That's true.
Like, put it back on and play some unreleased stuff. That might be the only way we can do it, because people are blowing me up like, yo.
I
like-
know. I'm sorry. Please tell them that I put up a link on our event page. But for those of you who are watching this recorded, thank you for tuning in to watch us afterwards, because we're making music because we love to entertain. And part of the reason why AnthSOLOgy came about was, well, we didn't have a whole lot of venues to do that in the wake of COVID-19. Besides, it's a really good excuse to get like 3 awesome performers every week to come sing to me. So I'm about that. David, thank you so much for singing about your anxieties. And
Sure.
it's a vulnerable place to be in. I know when you're making music about your feelings. What other topics do you like to make music about in your normal run of things? Because I know you do steampunk. You do a ton of things.
I mean, it's true. Yeah, I play in a steampunk band, so it's all of that wonderful airships and submarines and time travel kind of stuff that I absolutely love. I am all about mining that vein. My day job is not my original music, but I play a lot of cover gigs. I play in a jazz trio. I do wedding band stuff. I play solo covers at Saturday morning pop-up farmers markets. Not these days, but That's kind of my day job. As far as the rest of my songwriting, it's a lot of kind of geek view stuff. I've written songs about romances at conventions. I've written songs about everything from the weather to love songs to my partners. It's for the longest time, my personal songwriting was very much for me. It was music therapy. It was journaling with a soundtrack. And it's really only in the last couple of years that my workflow has improved to the point where I can put together enough music for a set or an album just by myself. And I've just kind of found my voice that way, and it's been wonderful to share that with people. I'm really surprised by how many folks have gravitated to a thing that I started out just doing for my own pleasure.
I forgot that I had called you a Banjo-deviant because I was trying to remember. I'm like, the Banjo Bandit. But Banjo-deviant because you have an album called You Can't Do That With a Banjo, where you do things that, you know, you said that you were going to do it anyway. I'm pretty sure Steve Martin would be proud of you.
Yeah, it's not that kind of banjo. But yeah, that's kind of the deal, is I sort of accidentally stumbled into learning to play this instrument. I've never played 6-string guitar in my life. It just doesn't work well with my brain. And I'm a rock musician, and this is what I had, so rock and roll is what happened on this instrument.
Yeah.
It happens in music a lot. Like, you know what? This is what we got. We're going to make it work. And it sounds fabulous. Thank you so much for your first song. And now you have the power. Would you like to hear from CreateLadyJ or from Ashley next?
Oh, no.
Well, in a perfect world, I'd have the two of you do a duet.
Ooh.
But
Latency's
but
not
I'm
gonna
gonna
work.
I'm gonna have to default to my hometown hero. I'm originally from DC, and that's where CreateLadyJ is now. So take it away.
Do
Hey.
it. All right.
All right.
We will
Not a
mute
problem.
ourselves and let you absolutely tear it up.
No problem. Well, hello everyone that's not looking right now, but will be looking later. I am CreateLadyJ. I'm a member of Wreck the System, and you know, I make music. Overall, I tend to be very all over the place. If you've ever seen Wreck the System or me perform. So that's what's about to happen in this tiny space as well. And the first song that I am going to perform is off of my up-and-coming but still to be announced album, Kingdom Hearts, which is Vessels of Light. And we're very excited to get it done, but many other unforeseen issues have been pushing it back, which I find funny because it kind of, you know, rings true to the franchise. But in any case, this is called Warrior's Heart. All right. And as I always say when I tend to perform, I hope I don't destroy anything in the studio. Together. Yeah. Let's hold it down together. This is a fresh straw, had another drowning in my scars. The sorrow was taking shape, the power in my resolve. What powers in my mistakes, head forth in front of my face. But I won't let it decay, the faith I have in my heart. How you feeling? It's like hell so hard to solve. Through the most brush darkness to our world to show. I am a mono, connected to a mass light. Riding hot, from key blink past the past light. The whole regressions are always be perfect for it's better. I went against my demons, sitting and killing forever. We couldn't give you the pain, and there was so much pain. We hold that all up the chain. Together, yeah, let's hold it together, yeah, hold down together, counting the days, before in the balance so we can make it new way, enduring the challenge so we're not racing the stakes, and I won't hesitate, look around like a Mickey, put the key in your face, getting wrong, you get it right, that's what it takes, now I'm searching for my life, let me lead the way, I have an artist experience with elegant diligence, with it was seeking bitches by resilience, stealing a fate, yeah, we'll hold it down together, yeah, you got a warrior's heart. I know you're gonna go far. You got a warrior's heart. I know you're gonna go far. I can tell you will do great. How you can trust me with your heart. You can hold it down together. In the end, I know that I was the win, so when I venture back, I'm gonna take it out. You got it, and I know they won't get caught up. They'll never keep it caught up. I hit it up on the side, no matter how demonic. Now I'm conceded a breeze, so even demons with ease. You see me breathing the heat of these hoods like enchiladas. My shit is spinning, but the they running more than bust. Cause I so personal color, it's all he had to match. All the stopping, everything on the secret weather. Determination like terror, set the flare in the center. I do it off of my sleep, and going home for my heat. We hold it down to whatever. Let's do this thing on the cabin. We'll do it on the cabin. I know it's thousands of heartless surrounding me every day. That place scares through your ID looks like you and me. It's so easy to be deceived when you want to believe. When it's strengthened everyone, but some don't want to be free. Break away from the toxic and don't let it close. Cause they pray for your options and find your way home. These are the people who love you, who embrace your struggle. Who say it is forgiven when you're backing off the darkness and love. We'll do it all together. We'll do it all together. You got a warrior's heart, I know you gotta go far. You got a warrior's heart, I know you gotta go far. More than when I can tell you will do great. How you can trust me with your heart. You can trust me with your heart. We'll hold it down together. We'll hold it down together. Woo!
Yes.
Thank you, thank you.
Heck yes. Oh my God, that was so fun. Watching you, I want to thrash everywhere when I watch you. You have so much energy. It's incredible.
Yeah, man. It's fun.
So,
Yes.
y'all played at Dragon Con last year, right? And you had what? It was
Indeed.
like a 1 a.m. set or something ridiculous.
Yes, and the entire room was still filled. Like we were kind of like, you know what? We got Dragon Con. This is awesome. Sure, let's still kill it. But we did so much promo because we were handing out flyers, talking to everybody, posting up flyers, all kinds of things. And I truly believe that's why so many people came, because nobody knew who we were, not in Atlanta, Georgia. Like we had some fans there, but it just spread like wildfire and it was incredible.
I saw ads for you literally everywhere, all over the con, and I'm so glad that you had that kind of turnout. Dragon Con is, for our listeners who may not have been before, is just like it's a packed 24-hour party for like 4 days straight. It's absolutely nuts. So I'm glad that you had the turnout. But when I saw that you were 1 a.m. on the schedule, I went, I like them, but I am elderly and I can't.
So many people say that. We have a lot of elderly fans, and they're just like, man, I would be falling asleep standing up in the crowd. So,
No way. Not with you guys' performance, I'm sure. You might show up and you might be ready to fall asleep, but that is an adrenaline kick watching you guys. I can only imagine. I'm like, 1 a.m., that sounds perfect. After midnight, all the kids go to bed, go out and see the Wreck the System show.
A lot of people were drunk. I think that's kind of what happened. It was definitely a party.
That's cool. Drunk people buy merch.
Hey.
Yeah. Tell me about it. I think we sold out.
Hey!
Really, we sold out. It was our first time selling out of merch.
Wow.
Awesome.
I wish we had that problem so we had less luggage to take home.
Right. I live down the street from Dragon Con, and I love having less stuff to take home.
For sure.
Yeah.
When in doubt, buy merch from your favorite local artists and non-local artists because they love you.
Yes.
Buy it from us directly because that's the best way to support us.
Seriously, actually.
Speaking of which, even if you're watching this later, you can still tip through Stream Elements, and that link is going to be attached to all sorts of things, and I think I can even put it on the ending screen at the end in case you miss it. But all the tips go to the performers, and they sure do appreciate it because, less gigs happening right now. tips come in handy. And besides, we have to keep them somehow in microphones and incense and sparkling water. That's how it happens. All right.
It's not cheap.
We've had one from David. We've had one from CreateLadyJ. Ashley, I think that means it's your turn.
Unless Alice wants to go. Alice, you want to play? Unless that motorcycle wants to just take the time also.
Sure. Equal time for the motorcycle. Equal time.
Yeah. Sure. I would play a song.
Get it.
All right, so my name is Ashley Hamel, and when I play live with my band, we go by Ashley Tricks and the Wizards, and we are a Harry Potter rock band. We play Harry Potter cons and festivals and libraries all over the country, up and down the East Coast mostly. And at least we had been playing. So this song is from the record, which is called WZRD, which came out in January 2019. And the album is set in a wizarding radio station. So it's like a whole concept. There's like radio announcers. One of my friends is a voiceover actor, and he did The Morning Guy, and like the whole thing starts off and he's like, "Good morning, everyone." And he does this like radio voice. And then I come in the evening, and I'm like, "Welcome, everyone. I'm so glad that you guys are here." Anyway, so it's a whole concept. This song is from the record, and it is called Hey Dude, My Sister Though, and it's from Ron Weasley's perspective. Okay, let's do this. I hope this won't be a mess. I'm playing the heat again. She got a sight on you. She gonna make no more. She thinks that you were meant to be here. Why did you have to choose a girl who is related to me? Okay, so basically this means you better be around or else I swear to now. I hope this won't be a mess. I'm playing through the heat again. You got your sights on her. You better be sure you really wanna be a Weasley. If not, well, things are gonna get weird really, really quickly. Harry Potter. This is based on a true story. One time my new friend started dating my sister, and I was like, woo, 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 woo. I hope this won't be a mess. Hey. I'm playing through the heat again. You got your sights on her, and now it's for sure. You're really gonna get married. Oh well, I guess it's only one more in your big Weasley family. Yay.
That I love it so much. Really, really
Your stuff is so
quickly.
funny.
That's super hip.
Vocal fry for days.
Oh, for
Vocal
real.
fry for days. So is it really true somebody tried to date your sister?
Yeah, it was one of my dude friends, and like, you know, I just met my new dude friend, and we're still tight. And then like he then just met my sister, and you know, like they had to do that thing. It's fine. It was like a summer, but the whole time I was like, all right. I was like, I'm gonna wait for this to be over because it's not gonna last.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh.
And my sister was like, she was like, Ashley, you wrote that song about. She was like mortified. I'm like, I'm sorry, dude. Your sister's a musician, a songwriter. Yipes.
Did you sit your dude friend down and be like, look, you better be good, or did you not take the Ron approach?
You know, I think it's expressed in the song in a similar way where I don't even think we had a conversation. It was just a matter of like looks, and like it's understood. You know what I mean? Everybody understood what was gonna happen.
It's not like you don't have options. So fabulous. And what was the name of your wizard rock band again, as you perform in a group?
Yeah, we're called Ashley Tricks and the Wizards, WZRDS.
Nice.
It's a trio, myself on guitar and ukulele, my bassist Dave Bucar. He also plays with Hawthorne and Holly, another really great wizard rock band.
Oh yeah.
And then my drummer Dwayne Keith, who's an excellent drummer based out of Hartford, where I'm kind of from, and he plays a lot of really great. He plays Muggle music, so he's pretty much a Muggle, but he's been experiencing the wizard life, and the wizard life loves him, and he's starting to really love the wizard life. Going to cons, and this kid's not really nerdy, and we just have a blast. We have a blast.
Wizard
yeah, it's
rock
definitely
is
new for
such
him.
An interesting slice of nerd music, because nerd music isn't necessarily bound together by the style, but rather by the content, and the content is a really wide ranging. But wizard rock is like, it's pretty specific. It's almost entirely Harry Potter. Is that correct?
Yeah. But there's tons of genres, So it is interesting to see now the kind of spread of the wizard rock people into other realms. And I mean, people come from different realms and find their way into wizard rock as well. But I'm finding like there's not as much bleed over between like other nerd musics. There's a few, bands, Blibbering Humdingers. They're like SCA people. They're, Constant Filkers. They're like my favorite wizard rock band, by the way, the Blibbering Humdingers. They're so much fun.
Fantastic folks too. I'm friends with them.
Yeah, so they're excellent. And, and Hawthorne and Holly, they go to Dragon Con. There's a few others, but a lot of them kind of just stick to wizard rock, or, they're kind of Muggle music scene as well. There's a bunch of gigging musicians. And then other people who just love the books. And, we'll write a few songs here and there. And it's very, very queer. It's a very queer space. And that's been a really safe space for people. And it will continue to be so because we are kicking out J.K. Rowling. That person does not exist anymore. I want to say that this person exists, and I think we should still keep talking about it because she's not going to shut up. She's not going to stop. And so perhaps it's bringing more of our like Hermione warriors out, to the forefront and talking about these things and trying to educate the ignorance that's just rampant about the trans community.
For sure. I know that's been a really difficult thing. How do you still celebrate the material with the author being kind of a dumpster fire? And other people have had to tread that road before. So I'm glad that you're still going to make wizard rock music and make it your own.
Yeah.
Guess what though? Because this is a weird show, we don't have an audience right now. You get to pick. Do you want to hear from CreateLadyJ, or would you like to hear from David?
Oh man, keep it symmetrical or mess with the patterns.
Right. It's up to you.
Well, then they could. I won't necessarily go last either. You know, dang, this is tough. And I could choose myself. I could just do my song right now, right? Or no? No.
You know what? Yeah, you could. You could if you wanted to, but
No. I wanna hear David again. Okay,
Aw.
let's keep it at least for right now.
okay. So we're back to David, the Banjo-deviant.
Banjo-deviant.
I should write a song about that.
Yes.
You know
think-
what?
Gotta write your own theme song at some point.
I keep
Yeah.
thinking about that actually. Like all of my favorite bands have theme songs. Like hip hop groups are so good about that kind of stuff, and I really admire that.
You need to get your own banjo hype person.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think Harry and the Potters have at least 3 songs that are like called Harry Potter somewhere in it. Like, yeah.
Well,
Yeah. Speaking of the Blibbering Humdingers, they have a great theme song too.
Blibbering Humdingers. Woo!
Yep, that's the one. That's the one.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of the Humdingers, this next song I actually got to play with them at a con at the beginning of this year. I actually got to go to a con in 2020 in Williamsburg, Virginia, and that was a blast. I lucked out to be able to do that before all this mess went down. And I love doing this song at Filk Circles because it has few enough chords that I can just shout them out to folks and get them to play along, which is just a blast. One of my favorite things is to collaborate with other performers. Hint, hint, folks, call me. Anyway, this song is called Con Crush, and it's exactly what it says on the label. You know I only get to see her once or twice a year, but I really wanna get to know her while we're here. I see her bopping up and down in the panel line. My desire is the chance to help her pass the time. Con Crush, you got me weak in the knees. Con Crush, give me one chance to please. Con Crush, you know that you're so fine. We'll say that you'll be mine just for the weekend. Oh, oh. I keep on looking for a way to tell her how I feel, but my fear of rejection is oh so real. I gotta play it cool when she passes by, but on the inside I'm screaming, notice me, senpai. Yeah, yeah. She's my con crush, weak in the knees. Con Crush, give me one chance to please. Con Crush, you know that you're so fine. We'll say that you'll be mine just for the weekend. Oh, oh. Some folks are satellites, you love to see them every night, but she's a comet that briefly brightens up my sky. We're just too busy, the other 355. But thank my lucky stars, I'm gonna see her tonight. My Con Crush, you got me weak in the knees. Con Crush, give me one chance to please. Con Crush, you know that you're so fine. We'll say that you'll be mine. Well, just for the weekend. Just for the weekend. Just for the weekend. Just for the weekend.
Yay!
just for the weekend. Not
Oh my gosh, I have a song that's so similar to that.
All right, that sounds like side A and side B of a single.
Oh,
Yes.
Mhm.
Yep. This room is called Con Love.
And the
Nice.
misbehaving maidens have one too.
I want to make out with you at
cons. Yeah.
cons.
Yeah.
So relatable.
Yes.
I love it.
Man alive.
So
Yeah, there's
true.
a lot of those sorts of songs out there where do you have a favorite con, David?
I mean, there's the obvious answer.
Because
Dragon Con.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, I'd never been to a science fiction convention before Dragon Con. I moved to Atlanta on Labor Day weekend, had no idea what my roommates were doing instead of helping us load in. What's so important that you can't come and help us? We moved 700 miles to come live with you, and you're at a sci-fi con? What is this? Because like I grew up a total nerd, and I've always been into fandom and geek media, but had parents who told me that Star Trek conventions were for basement-dwelling mouth breathers. And then like folks like my roommates at the time, the following year, they took me to Dragon Con. They're like, you have to go, you'll understand. And I remember very distinctly walking into the Marriott and just kind of looking up, looking down, and realizing I'm home.
Yes. Yes.
It's
That is the feeling. That is it right there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
so
goodness.
overwhelming because Dragon Con is what was 85,000 people last year.
That's it?
Yeah. It feels like more, but it's just
Man.
you
Dragon Con,
Guys.
I'm telling you, I went when we performed, it was the first time we had gone, and I am probably the most extroverted person I have ever met or came across. And even I was tired. I was like, this is a lot of people. This is a lot of people. Goodness.
Ashley, do you do a lot of cons?
Okay, so I've gone to a lot of Harry Potter cons, and I've gone to a Regia up here in Boston, and Balticon as well once. But oh my gosh, I'm feeling like so sad that I've never been to Dragon Con, and I might not get to for a long time, for like 5 years.
Oh, wow.
This
You know what I
entire
mean? Like-
episode has been an advertisement for the Dragon Con that was.
Right.
Oh, the Dragon Con that was.
Come on, steampunk people, develop this time machine.
We're
waiting
working
for
on
you.
it.
It's
We're
all
working
right.
on
It'll
it.
Come back as an actual legit scientist. The doctor isn't decorative. I can't give legal medical advice, but it'll still cost you. I have faith that there will be a vaccine, and hopefully soon. There's a lot of different ones that are in different phases of clinical trial right now. So I have a hope that we can maybe return to a sort of semi-normal con scene, but I think it's going to be a couple of years.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not an epidemiologist, but that's my gut feeling.
Well,
I've got a bunch of friends who. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say you're the only scientist I know, so I feel like I can trust you. Everybody has their, oh, I think this, but what you say, I'm like, yeah, she's probably right.
Well, I know a lot of scientists. I live with one, in fact, and
Yeah.
I know a lot of folks who work down the road at the CDC, and they've basically been echoing what Dr. Jess has been saying. We're looking at several different ones that are in various states of trials, but the best estimate about when we're going to start to see stuff is like first or second quarter of next year.
Yeah, my friends at UW represent UW. They just got approved for a phase 1 trial on their vaccine. So
Cool.
Ooh,
yeah,
nice.
but they're not the only ones in the game. There are others that are in phase 1 and ready to bump up to the next level. So here's to hoping. Medical science, come and save us, because we'd like to be healthy, and also selfishly we want to go back to cons so that we can have more con crushes.
Yeah,
and
life,
probably-
man. Like,
Ooh, can you imagine?
honestly,
I miss
Sticky.
snuggling
Dragon Con.
so much.
We're,
snuggling. Oh,
we're gonna have to update the lists if you decide to do anything with your con crush. It's not just a do you have any STDs? It's if I get you infected with coronavirus or you infect me, you have to let me know.
When was the last time you've been tested?
Yeah.
yo.
Woohoo!
And on that note,
David, you get to pick the next singer.
Oh my gosh. Oh. So do we go with the symmetry?
Hey, it's up to you, man.
Oh,
Good you, man.
I want to show love to you both. Well, I already showed love to Lady J, so we'll jump to Ashley.
Oh, we're changing the order.
Changing the order.
Boom.
Selfishly, so that I don't.
Means I get to close the show.
So I'm gonna play a song I didn't play for y'all last time, which is I have funny sort of songs. I've done a lot of improv comedy, and I still do. Well, I still did in Hartford, and then I also have like really sensitive, you will cry songs, and I love having both of those in my sets. You know, if you can make them laugh, you loosen people up, and then it means you can take them deep, deep down into the dungeons, which is a lovely power to have. House Slytherin. So this is one of the upbeat, funner songs, and it's really fun to play live with the band, which I very much miss them. So shout out to Dwayne and Dave. Hope you guys are watching. This one is called Hufflepuff Puff Pass. I just see all your like silent faces. say we're all here doing our homework. Hufflepuff Puff Pass, pass it to the left. Serpent, lion, raven, we all know there's no contest. Hufflepuff's the best, yes. Ooh, yes. Ooh, yes. Sorry, Dr. Jess.
Well,
Listen, I play that in libraries.
okay. I was like,
I was gonna say.
there goes our G rating. Bye, bye.
Ah!
Just waving at it, floating off in a puff of smoke.
As soon as I started playing, I was like, Schnikes! What do we got?
It's all right,
Oh,
kids.
no.
It's about
It's about passing pie because Hufflepuffs are really, really good bakers.
yeah,
We're all here passing pie, eating pie. Yeah.
pie.
Wow.
I've totally been to that
I've
party.
done the G. I should have done the G there.
Are you a Hufflepuff?
Oh, no, I just hang out with Hufflepuffs.
Ah,
I'm a Slytherin.
Ashley, are you a Hufflepuff? No.
I mean, I'm a Slytherin, but I love Hufflepuffs, and we also eat pie together.
Fair.
Oh my God, that's still bad.
Yeah, I was. Where were you going with that?
I don't know. Listen, when we do it in libraries, we go, we're all here eating pie, and I forgot to do all that nonsense.
Well, I appreciate we're all here doing our homework. CreateLadyJ, do you know to which house you belong?
Man, no. I don't.
It's all right.
I'm very out of the loop with that. There's a couple of very milestone, things in the geek community that I have not. One has been taken care of because for a while it was Star Wars, and now I need to get to Harry Potter because I have no idea.
It's
Yeah.
cool. Like geekdom takes so many different stripes, and there isn't necessarily time for everything. If you get around to Harry Potter, rad. It's the story is great, and if you don't, teach
Yep.
us about something else that's really cool. There's a lot of YA out there that is absolutely fantastic. So there's no
Yep.
shortage of really great writers out there. I'm a Hufflepuff. I was a Hufflepuff in denial for a long time.
I thought Slytherin was bad. Like Hufflepuff was good, Slytherin is bad. I'm not sure.
That is why I was a Slytherin in denial for a very long time.
Oh God.
Slytherins aren't bad. They just tend to have, traits that are associated with being evil, but that's not necessarily true. It's a moralistic assignment that we give
I'm a
those
person, so
Yeah.
I'm I'm a full-fledged all of the things,
And I
right?
know-
I'm
Right, right.
from all
things.
this
I know
nonsense.
people who are Hufflepuffs who are the worst. So,
Yeah, it's probably like a lot of other fandoms where like Avatar. That's something that I can relate to. And are you an Earthbender or are you a water tribe? Like which one? And it's a lot to do with their philosophies, how they fight, their world, and people gravitate towards different things. So that's how I saw it so far.
Mhm.
no,
I mean, at least the elements are based in the elements. So we've had attributions to that for all of human history, as opposed to this thing that this person who we will not speak of made these personality tests and anyway.
Who knew that the author would live long enough to become the villain, and that we would refer to her as she who should not be named?
Ooh.
My brain was just getting there.
Huh. Yeah. That's wild. Anyway, if you decide that you want to take the house quiz, the sorting house quiz, CreateLadyJ, you let us know what you are. And if you decide you never want to do that, that's cool. You can
Totally. I'm kind of curious now.
Anybody got any bets? What house is she going to be in?
Oh wow.
I think you're going to be a Gryffindor.
That would have been my first guess too.
So much
Oh.
energy and absolutely fearless extrovert.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Gryffindor is the house of YOLO.
Gryffindor is absolutely the house of, hey, hold my beer.
Yeah, all right. Yep.
Yeah. But until we know what house you are, I guess you better sing us a song about something you do love. So what do you have up for us to close out this show, Lady J?
Closing the show. I think I have something that is good enough for that. So I am a Final Fantasy fan. And yay, awesome. So in kind of the same, very similar format as like the Kingdom Hearts EP, the first real like concept album I came out with was called Our Fantasy, and it was attributing how much real life is like Final Fantasy in video games and all of that. And we took a sample from 13 and I tied it to the action of being yourself, which is I'm always for, and making sure that you do not allow people to control you or shape you or however. And it's actually very intense. So here's hoping I don't blow the speakers. I just all this weird sound thing we're doing with streaming, but it's cool. It's been out for quite some time. So older song here. And because I'm going to start off sitting, I would like to put the camera down. Here we go.
Ooh, the lighting changed.
It sure did.
Ooh, I'm not muted.
Everyone makes mistakes sometimes. It's about how you grow from those mistakes. It really matters. Yeah.
I need a new beginning, a slightly different mission in the world with the opinion of others state your positions and in the same breath. Can't tell a saint from a sinner, not saying that I'm different, but I ponder my own innocence. The grip of the government's manner changes face sentence, then reported to a menace just because I have a vision. And they kill you in the instant, having your own intention. God, why can't you end this? Never ill with this existence until I can't relay my own eternal fate. Whether I walk through pearly gates or wire the stakes.
I wish my family was being punished. What am I going to do? What am I doing wrong? When I'm
within the same struggle, I find this like decay. Try to please the physical, being my mind will decay. I try and wonder so long on what's my mistakes, but the future belongs not to those who do not ever let them control you. Don't let them control you. Gotta fight through your sorrow. Fight for the ones that love you. Do not let them control you. Don't let them control you. I will say you will rush in a fight, whether you're coming or not. I'll give them all that I got. Won't be retarded, get caught up in every system is fine. So if you roll with me, keep your honor and dignity to move through the path of secrecy. It appease enemies like an open tea. It see the ease like no nothing, hitting them critically. So we it's our fantasy, yes, it's our fantasy, yeah. They can't change how they damage humanity. All of this time, I thought it was best to manage people, harsh the question and the ongoing threats. The system making me in different fits to serve and protect. The system in the system's only meant to keep us in check. And this is the only way. So don't lose the straight, marching heartless towards lava, blinded by perfection. I regret the decisions made by others' discretion. Puppeteers move the principle my direction, distort my reflection, and it never gets better. Cause I can't be tethered since they had me forever. Cutting strings only means ending life altogether. I can't just sit while they proceed to weather my fate. my own eternal fate. Whether I walk through pearly gates or barbed wire snakes.
Family's all I have.
I can't do this. Within the same struggle, I find this hard to take. Try to please the physical, but in my mind will decay. I sat and wondered so long on what's my mistake. But the future belongs not to those who wait. Them control you, don't let them control you. Gotta fight through your sorrow. Fight for the ones who love you. Do not let them control you. Don't let them control you. I will sit through corruption. I'll fight whether you're coming or not. I'll give you all that I got. Don't be retarded and get caught up in what the system is fought. So if you roll with me, keep your honor and dignity. To move to the plot in secrecy. It appease the enemies like an all-front thing. To proceed at ease like you know nothing. Hitting them critically. So we... It's our fantasy, yes. It's our fantasy, yes. You can't stand how they're damaging humanity. That's it?
I was just trying to find words there for a second. That was a super powerful note to go out on. Like, I understand, like, that was Final Fantasy, but that was more than Final Fantasy, my friend.
Yeah, tying real life to video games in which you get inspired by playing them, I feel like it really, really heightens the message of music I make. And quick little tidbit there. The woman that you heard in both of the songs that I did, because I didn't even realize it, her name is Violent Chaos. She's awesome. Awesome. Like I've been doing music for a long time, and this song is about 10 years old, and now she's also in my new stuff, but she's not in Wreck the System. So it's really cool to have artists like that will be there for you no matter what.
I think that's a pretty common thing. We all love to collaborate, and that was super cool. I'm glad that you still are doing collaborations with someone a decade later.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
rad. If she would like to come on the show, holler.
Oh,
yeah.
that's so cool.
We've got room. And if you are listening and you would like to come on AnthSOLogy, if you are a solo musician without a gig or a part of a band and suddenly you are a surprise soloist, please get in touch with us. PDX Broadsides, we're PDX Broadsides on Twitter, Facebook, all of the places, and contact at pdxbroadsides.com. And we would love to hear from you. And I hope that you all will come back for another AnthSOLogy in the future, even though now you've technically done like 3. Thank you so much for your patience. I'm going to put links up as well in the group again, where if you go to the Facebook event, AnthSOLogy episode 9 or episode 9.1, you can see links to get all of their fabulous music on Bandcamp. And of course, tipping is open, and that link will also be on the screen that's going to pop up in just a moment. So on behalf of the PDX Broadsides, CreateLadyJ, Ashley Hamel, and David Tyberg, thank you so much for being on the show this week and sharing your talents.
Thanks for having us.
Anytime.
Yes.
I hope that you will come back. Until then, I'm Dr. Jessica Hebert of the PDX Broadsides. Stay safe, stay healthy, wear your mask, wash your hands, and we'll see you back here next week at 4 p.m. PST with 3 new artists to tickle your ears. Take care, everybody.
Peace out.